Go ahead, open it up, Mr.
Fruity.
Genuine. You genuine
I'm gonna be
bag
so
of
genuine
fruits.
right now. Take a toothpick out of my mouth.
Be
All
so
professional.
genuine right now. I'm just gonna.
All right,
to you.
in 3,
No, don't do that. Don't
In
do that.
3,
Don't do that. Don't.
2,
Don't.
1. Hello and welcome. You've made it, and we're happy to have you here, aren't we, fellas?
Oh, you're calming me. You're soothing me.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. That's what we try to do. It's not about me. It's about the
Hello
we.
and welcome.
This is a podcast for your pleasure and your pleasure only.
For those of you who don't know,
They don't want to hear you talk.
You are
about this.
listening to a podcast
They don't want to hear you talk. About this. Stop.
that is now going live.
What
I don't know if
what
they
am I
wanna
working
hear
with
that.
here?
Hey, we got a camera.
I'm
Hey
not
now.
working
Hey,
with much.
Things are different. You could probably see our nostril hairs now. So
I don't think you gotta say that because
might
it-
have
giddy
a-
on up on your
I might
horse and
have a
check out
couple
the
strays.
YouTube, because our audio might not be that perfect, but our video is. We're working on the
Our
audio
video
now.
quality is exquisite.
This camera's the same camera that the pod god Joe Rogan uses. So check out the
Thanks,
YouTube.
Rogan.
Check out the YouTube. How We Doing Productions on YouTube. Go check it out.
I love when you do that noise.
Yeah. So what are we gonna be talking about today, fellas?
We
got a few
have-
things.
We have like 5 questions that start with the word how, and that's the most I'll give you.
Well, it's suiting for the How We Doing podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
shiver
I
me
agree.
timbers. Let's get on with it.
Let's do
Give
it.
him the schnit.
Sometimes I wish.
Shiznit.
Tell me something.
What do you
Yeah.
wish?
Did you
Talk
ever?
about your
Did you ever
dreams.
like walk through the mall, and then make awkward eye contact with somebody,
Yeah.
and then you were about
Ooh.
to say something, but then you, and then you just kept on walking?
Yeah. You ever be in a situation where you're on the phone with somebody and somebody doesn't realize that you're on the phone? And maybe these two people are like acquainted somehow?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, like my boss like called me at a job and I was delivering stuff, whatever. And the customer came out. He didn't know I had my AirPod in because he was on the other side of me. So I had my boss talking to me about one thing, and then this guy talking to me about another thing. And I'm just like, and like I even told the guy,
Oh.
I was like, hey, listen,
Wow.
I'm on the phone with Dan right now.
Wow.
He didn't care. He had no care in the world.
Well, that happens a lot because you got these Uber drivers, you got all these different people doing different things, and the AirPod or whatever allows you to be doing one thing and talking to someone else at the same time, and then they'll start talking and be like, "Oh, you're talking to me?" I'm like, "Oh no, they're not talking to me."
No, but it's
Sometimes it's in a different language, so you're like, "Okay, then definitely
yeah.
not
But
talking
what
to
I
me."
was trying to like make out of that is like
What are you
'cause
making?
the story is not over here. So I'm walking away with the guy and I'm
Yeah.
trying to give information to him, right? But
Mhm.
he thinks that I'm talking to my boss, so I'm trying to give information to him. So he starts walking into the house as I'm like walking away, but it was still in the distance where he was like could hear me, you know. And I
Interesting.
just said something. I was like, "Oh yeah," and he just didn't respond. Just walked into the house. And I was kind of like, "Oh,
All right.
Talk about an awkward moment.
yeah." I was kind of like, you know, it's not even. I just went through so much trouble
These
between
are-
the two.
It's
Ba-boom.
just like when two things, that like two people just go completely
Yeah, and
miss
it,
each other.
it literally felt like a gap in space and time.
These are problems of the future.
And only you experienced it because the other two parties were convinced that they were in the same.
Oh, no, they-
operation
they were good.
of the conversation.
It was like everything that I said, the other person took it for them, and I had to like explain it every single time.
Oh, that's a
Dude,
that's
it
a
was
complicated.
It was wild.
Yeah,
Honestly, it was good that he walked in the house. I was like, okay,
yeah, sure. You made my life easier
sure,
just
thanks.
now.
Nice.
Don't come back out.
Yeah.
kind of lost me.
God bless you. Honestly, your brain computes different than like most other people,
Everybody's
and
brain
it's
computes
honestly
different.
no, but like you're like out there.
Hold on.
How we doing? Go.
Hold on. I meant to say hold on, but I said how we doing because it just comes out. I sensed a little bit of aggression right there. So if we could just
What are we
calm
gonna
it
do?
down
James?
a little bit.
I don't know how we made
Look,
it
this
this
is-
long.
Nico likes
Di-
it a little bit calm right now.
This is what they
Do you-
do. They team up because there's 2 on that side and 1 on this
No,
side.
yeah, and you know what? I think you're trying to overcompensate for that fact.
I want to sit in the middle.
It doesn't matter what
Nico
you
did
want.
say 2 episodes ago, the one in the middle has the power of the podcast. The,
Yeah.
is the,
Guess
is
what?
The host, the
Guess who's sitting shotgun, baby?
Woo!
Your boy Chrissy.
You're not my boy.
That's gonna be my rap name.
You're
Your
my
boy
brother.
Chrissy.
Boy, Christy. Well, I'm
What?
Giacomo.
You're not my boy.
You're not my brother.
You're my brother.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna. You know, I was
I
gonna say
love you,
it's
man.
very rare you say things that hurt me in this life, but that hurt me.
That had no meaning behind it. That was a freaking
Well,
bag of
take
a
it back
plastic
because I
bag in the
literally
wind.
I feel pain right
I'm
here.
sorry. I take it back.
Okay,
See, we share
It's
love
gone.
on this How We Doing podcast.
it's gone.
That's
Just
what we
know
do,
that.
baby. That's what we do.
And we
For-
sometimes make noise on the mic. That's not
What's
appropriate.
on the brain?
For
What's-
those of
let's
you-
give some people some little
Wait.
bit of spicy.
For those of
nuggets.
you
Let's tell 'em
who
who are we?
who are watching, you know, this is Nick. You could call me Nico.
Ugh.
What's your name, guy?
Hey, I'm Chris.
I'm James, and together we are
The How We Doing
the How We Doing
podcast
podcast.
and productions of the
Yeah.
future. Ding dong dong, ding dong ding. Welcome to Nico's Notes. What's for dinner? We're making steak.
And eggs later. Yes.
Steak and eggs.
Yeah, we're having steak and eggs. You don't know what
Am I
time it
chef-
is over here, but we're gonna have steak
No.
and eggs.
Am I
It's actually
chefing up
not
steak
your.
and eggs
no,
for you guys?
no one asked you to do that.
I
Stop.
fast.
Is
I'm
he
on
good-
the
is he good at
intermediate
that, though?
fasting.
Is he good at making
Ah,
steak and
James,
eggs? You an
James.
eggs and steak maker?
Yeah, James knows
Anything
I'm a
that he
better
can
cook
do,
than you.
I can do better.
I've heard
False.
this before.
False.
What was
No.
that? Michael Jordan and
Food
yeah,
is
yeah,
my-
yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah, it was Michael Jordan
no,
and
Brad
it's,
other-
Pitt.
uh,
And Brad Pitt.
No, isn't that
No,
Annie?
no, 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 no. It was a girl. It was a girl. It was a
Anything
girl
you
basketball
can
player,
do,
but-
I
girl
can do better.
This
It's
was a
Annie,
commercial.
the musical. Annie.
Anything you could do, I could do too. No, you can't. No, sir.
It's my party and I cry if I want.
All right,
to.
let's
we
not
should
put
hook-
our
Cry if
audience
I
to
want
sleep.
You know what would
Cry
be
if
interesting? I
I
think if
wanna.
we like hooked your brain up to like a
Oh, that would be.
neurosensor. Like
People would find out
What's
some,
going
some
off?
pretty crazy things.
I just burped into the mic. Excuse me.
I didn't hear it. But people would find out some pretty crazy things.
Yeah, they probably stopped watching the podcast. All 14
we're not
of
gonna
them.
do that.
When we get
Um,
scientists on here, we'll do that stuff.
Yeah, let's get Bill Nye on this bitch.
Please hold. Let's tell them the good things. Let's tell them the good things, and let's
Please
get
I like that. Yeah, let's give them the good things. Okay, yeah, so we are the How We Doing podcast, delivering the energy, the vibe. We are the vibe. Be the vibe.
Whoa.
Oh, yes.
Let me
We
get
are
it.
we are here. We tell you to hold the freaking door, whether you like it or not.
Por favor.
And it's the first step to agape, which is the universal love.
Oh yeah, baby.
I don't know where that came from.
But
But we are.
making me feel.
Yep, that's it. Hold
Yeah,
the freaking
really.
door. Also, we are not only a podcast, but we're a movement. We're pushing the good vibes, the good energy. All right, delivering you meaningful content and a little bit of. I don't know what just the heck happened there.
you hear that?
Shady.
Do you hear that when that
Also,
happens?
delivering you what?
Shut the.
No, I do not hear that.
Okay, there's something going on in my
Alright.
headphones.
Put that to bed real
Okay,
quick.
but
Where's
Zip
my
it.
Where's my snare?
Hey,
Go ahead,
hold
go
on,
go.
hold on. Please hold. Please hold.
I'm getting a. I'm
We
getting
are-
a zap collar. I'm getting a collar that
All
zaps
right,
you.
all right. We are one heartbeat, and we're gonna make you feel it. And we like to make sure that you guys know that if you're not good, we're not good. So we're gonna get it going here. All right, we're an awesome podcast. We think we are, at least. You guys do the measurements on that. You guys good over there?
I'm listening.
All right.
Just had to-
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And if this is the first time you're watching, welcome. All right. Check out the other pods. We're a pretty interesting bunch. And we're gonna
Yeah.
take way. We're gonna do some big things here. So, if you're just starting your day, or throughout your day, stop and say,
If you're at the dinner table, if you're at the lunch table,
At the
if
lunch
you're
table,
at the
if
store,
you're at the
if you're
store,
at school,
if you're at
if you're
school,
walking your dog, if you're
at
walking
school,
your
walk
child.
dog, if you're
If
just
you wear-
looking
if
in the
you have your-
mirror. If
All
you're looking in
right.
the mirror.
Wait,
All right,
wait,
they
but
got
if
it.
you have a,
Hey,
if
guys,
you have
they
your
got
child
it.
on a leash, you should stop.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Don't hold your child on a leash. But
There's something wrong with you.
Oh, boy.
throughout your day, stop and say, "How we doing, baby?" That's right. Okay, so take a nice sip of your coffee or your tea or your nightcap, whatever the frig you're doing,
Or your margarita.
or your margarita, and take a nice deep breath
Are we in Cancun yet?
as we pull you away from the craziness and nurture your minds. Here we go, boys. Let's do this.
That was interesting. That was
Yeah,
very,
give a little spin on
yeah,
that.
If you're not
tidbit.
watching the pod from that, if that didn't grip you, well then maybe
Grip ya.
you
Grab
need
ya.
to get one.
I like the grip.
Get a grip.
Get a
What's
grip.
what's the
Get a
what's
grip,
the
and is that-
what's
is-
the
Get a grip.
what's the word? Why can't I think? You know, the words never come to you when
Come
you're
on,
on the
Schnookums.
This is why I
Don't-
interrupt you.
Schnookums. What is the pronunciational? Not pronunciation.
Holy
You know.
cow! This kid.
What's the difference between grab and grip? That's what I'm asking.
Grab and grip. Grab. No, grabbing.
That's
You're
too-
grab.
that's
You're
too
grabbing.
close,
grip.
bro. That's
You're
too
already
close.
grab.
It's
How
two
about this,
different
ready?
verbs.
If you grab,
I'll
you're
grab.
going to grab.
I'll grab something.
But sure. Pause. But if you're going to grip,
Yeah, you grab
you're,
a snack.
you're
you
already
fatty.
grabbed.
You're in the act.
You're already grabbed.
A grip is a current grab.
Ready? Grab.
You didn't grip me.
Grip.
For
Yeah,
those
yeah,
of you-
yeah.
yeah.
You're like, what the fuck did you do?
A grip.
Grab
A grip
or
is
grip?
a good grab.
The grip is the measure of the grab.
Oh, wow.
Correct.
We're a bunch of scientists on this freaking show.
Yeah, we have.
Let us know what you think.
We are certified.
Nico, how was your week?
Howie week, baby.
Bango.
Yo, that's the second
Stop
thing you're
throwing-
throwing at me, and I'm trying to keep my cool. Just stop it. Stop. We're not children here.
All right.
We're not children.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to defend you.
No, I was talking to him. Solely
You
him.
talking to me?
I was talking to you.
I wish I
So,
didn't get
Howie
my
week.
pen.
How was my week? My week was very good. Giacomo, you've been a big advocate for the month of October being our month, and I'm starting to feel it. Things are turning around.
Power
Things are
there.
happening. Things are on the way, and it's October 5th. For those of you who are watching, that's the day we are filming this episode. It might not be out the week of October 5th, but that is okay.
It'll probably be out in November.
That's an accurate guess, but we're gonna work on that. It'll probably the end of October. This will be
I'd
out.
honestly like this out next week. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get someone that wants to edit our podcasts for free, or like a wage of like watching us do the pod,
We could give you like margaritas and like
yeah, you can like hang
We'll
out with
compensate
us.
you in
you
many
could like
ways.
whatever you want in the
If
fridge.
anybody wants to be the guy, we're taking applications. Just know we don't have the means to pay you at the moment. But
because we're a
yeah,
bunch of executive producers.
I've felt the change of season, and it's been a good
Have
week.
you? It's been 80. It was like 80 degrees today.
No, not weather-wise in
It's like
terms
a
of
sort of
the
internal-
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the
When you say season, I
spiritualities
think of.
and-
You be woke, kid.
I think of
Yeah,
seasons.
I really don't like the term
Cap.
woke.
I know. Cap on that.
People took the term woke and just made their own thing of it.
That's very true. I just
Like
did
woke
myself.
used to mean something so much different, like 7 years ago.
Yeah, because
5'7".
5 to 7 years ago.
it's because
Really?
it was.
It's all right,
it
but we're
was
not.
out in the meaning.
that's not
but
what we're
yeah,
here to talk about.
Yeah, we're talking about
That's
the
not
season.
what we're here
talking
to
about the
talk
season we're going
No,
into.
we're talking
But,
about the good things.
Yeah.
Good things.
So
Ow.
far, good Howie week. How about you guys? Howie week.
You want to go, Chrissy, or am I taking this rap?
Do you guys do it
yeah,
together?
I'll
Do it
do
together.
a little twits of it, little twats.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's
Sure.
Twits and
Sure.
twats and pens.
Twitzlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Week was not bad. I'm man. It's
You-
tough out here.
You said it's been the longest week of
Yeah.
in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's just 'cause I got a lot on my mind, and I'm just,
I know, man.
sometimes work is just not the place you want to be at. You know,
Yeah, you're telling
no
me.
matter what, everybody says they love. I mean, you're supposed to love your job, but not everybody loves their job 100%. That's
I
cap.
mean, it's
That's
hard to love
cap.
your job all the time. That's a beautiful life. It really is.
That's a beautiful life.
I mean, I think I'd
Facts.
say I can confidently say 70% of
Like
the time.
if you love your job, you don't have to work.
it's not work then. Yeah, correct.
You know,
You
Yeah,
get paid to
yeah.
to have to enjoy
to,
something.
to do what you want.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be taking the L on work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get up to date with the trendy words.
Well, it's
so
all right,
we
'cause
go
Got
we-
some
viral.
trendy words happening right here.
Hey, we all work two jobs, right?
Yeah, I actually work 3.
What's your
I actually
what do you
work
got?
4.
I'm a part-time butcher.
What do you butch?
Oh, everything. And pork chops.
How do you
Sorry, sorry, I didn't-
You're in
it's like,
timeout. Shut
it's
up.
like a cousin of the word cousin.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Cousin of the word.
All right. So we're gonna flip it over here, and we're gonna talk about our first topic. We're gonna engage you guys because you're probably thinking,
Oh wait, hold on.
What?
Oh yeah. Before we lose you, because apparently
What?
5 minutes in we lose most people.
Yeah, YouTube analytics. Just stay
yeah.
for a couple more minutes.
Stay just okay. We're gonna tell you the. Tell
wanna
them
get those
tell
numbers
them
up.
what we're gonna be talking about
please don't leave yet.
Wow,
before
you
we
ju-
lose them.
You just
No,
spoke
I
real
silenced
fast.
That was really quick. Yeah,
James,
Twister.
James,
I'll show you something.
I silenced
Stop
him.
with these games. No one likes that.
I silenced you.
I'm gonna silence something else.
He was getting out of pocket. You didn't just hear
Out
that?
of pocket. I love that one.
Listen, I just want to hear how James's week was. We all.
All right.
You know
fine,
what? I
fine. We'll
forgot
hop
we-
into that
I-
first.
There's 3 of us who make up this podcast.
Well, he asked the question. I forgot. I mean, wouldn't
It's
one
all
of
right.
us had to
Ultimate
ask him?
peccato. No te preoccupare. Go ahead, James.
All right, yeah. Okay, so my week. How was my week? Wow.
Howie
You know
week.
what? Productive. How can I say that?
That's good.
If one word could describe, just describe.
How we doing productions?
I gotta
Productive.
slow it down, don't I?
I-
If there's one, go ahead.
I feel like my Howie week was kind of cut short. Just want to put that out there, but it's
Cut
okay.
short?
You cut. You're
I'm
so
alright.
short. You wanted to get into to what we were talking about.
Yeah, maybe I did a little bit. But
All right. Hold on.
He
Hold
wanted-
on,
He
'cause
wanted, he wanted to go.
it's the three of us. Go ahead.
it got a little
finish,
fatootsed.
He wanted-
finish your week, bud.
No,
It's not
it's
that way.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You
It's
just
okay.
wanted to say how you feel. Okay, go ahead, James.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
All right, go.
It's okay, man.
Don't take over. All right, my week. Honestly, productive. Productive was my week.
It was.
Twas, yes. Had a lot of things going on.
out
You know, of course, if we're going to just tap into a little bit of the how we doing experiments, I mean,
Go ahead.
I walked in today. They saw me. I'm walking over.
Starbucks,
Smiles.
of course.
And every time I walk in, there's always one person by the cash register. But then there always winds up being three by
Once
the
you
time
get
I'm
there.
making my order. They know my order. They see me. Everybody wants a high five now.
No
I'm
way.
giving high fives. Okay, fine, I'll give you a high five. But I don't have to start charging.
Should
Like,
be,
how
yeah,
we
it should
do-
be like $2.
You should
I'm
play-
just
you
kidding.
should-
I'm
how we
just
doing
kidding.
dollars?
You should
Tell me
really
the way.
make them earn the high five.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want that?
make
Wait,
them
wait,
stop in
oh,
their tracks. Be like,
oh, yeah?
Be like, you got your phone? Okay. Go to YouTube. Subscribe.
Now you get a
else you don't touch
spanking
my
high
hand.
five.
You don't
If you
touch my
don't,
hand.
if
unless
you don't,
subscribe.
it's still okay.
I'll still give you a high five, but I
That's
appreciate
a nice
the
thing to
subscribe.
do.
Yeah. And don't be salty is the name of the game. So I have this one person that's there that gets a little salty. All right.
They
Gets
get a little salty,
pretzel.
so you gotta.
Her name is Amanda, and
Ah.
I see Amanda. I go, and she's walking by. She's like running around. She's doing things. I'm like, hi, Amanda. She's like, and then she took my order on like Tuesday,
Be like, calm down, slow down.
And-
It's okay.
and she
Hey.
just couldn't. She couldn't engage. The eyes just wouldn't happen.
Oh.
I approached. I'm like, how we doing today? And she was like, we're doing fine. What can I get you to order?
Like, I'm not telling you my order until you tell me
I'm like,
more about your day.
All right, fine. You didn't tell me about your day, but I'm gonna take a double shot of espresso over ice, please.
Schmecker, right?
And then she was like, okay, anything else? I go, how are you feeling today? She's like, good. Okay, thank you. That'll be
Very
I'm like-
dismissive, Amanda.
Amanda. It was nice seeing you today, Amanda. And she's like walking away to take care of something. I go, bye, Amanda. I'm
You
like
should say,
fighting her. I'm
"Hey,
fighting. I'm like
Amanda,
fighting her little.
turn that frown upside down.
That would be
but
my
you
remark
wish-
if I see her.
Smile.
You know, next week.
Don't touch
But-
my stuff.
All right. Besides that, though, my Howie week was a pretty freaking Howie doing week, baby.
Boom.
That's what I got.
That's what we like to hear.
Walking down the street. Hey, what are you having for dinner? Hey, how you
Nick,
feel?
So like
Alright.
you know, if we were to rate our week on a L or a W, what do we got?
W, 100%. I mean, I'm coming off a bender, boys. Today was
Yeah,
day
God, you had 10 days of straight work.
10 days of labor. 10
That
days.
sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, today's day 9. I still got
You're
one tomorrow.
incredible.
It's been a stretch, boys. Yesterday and today, I definitely started to feel it. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna try and get some sleep tonight, and then tomorrow's the last day.
Well,
and,
amen.
Amen.
Can I get
Damn, Batman!
Can I get an amen?
Holy moly.
Oh yeah.
All right, before we turn into cancel culture, let's
Let's start talking about the
This is like
things.
fiction.
tell them what we're talking about.
Don't be discouraged by him.
Man, I gotta tell you a little something right now. I gotta tell you something right now.
All
Hold the
right.
freaking door.
All right, this has been a very unproductive
all
start
right, yeah,
to the
this is,
podcast.
Yeah,
Come
a
on,
little
come
bit
on. Could I
messy.
have the notebook?
No. No, you may not. All right, what do you hear? What do you say? All right, here are the questions. We're gonna run through the questions. We're gonna start from one. We're gonna go to the end. All right, here we go. We got how we doing? Because that's a question.
Oh,
How are we?
You're so clever. You're so clever.
How are we?
Nicholas.
Stop. When I'm speaking, you don't speak.
What are you talking about?
How do you lounge?
How do you lounge?
What's the difference between a seat and a chair? We'll talk about it. How do you hang up the phone? How do you be the most interesting person in the room?
That's a good one.
What does this one say? I can't really read
What the
oh.
frig? You can't read your own handwriting?
No, I got it. How you feel when your jam comes on? When your real jam comes on.
Yeah. I like that.
And then the grand finale for little-
Excuse me. You're forgetting something.
what, Chris? What am I forgetting?
Chrissy's quotes. Chrissy's quotes is back. Bam, bam, bam,
That's what I was getting
bam.
to.
No, you were gonna say
know,
Nico's notes.
You're exhausting me right now.
I don't know. I think he actually was gonna say.
That was
Were
the
you?
last. 'Cause
That
that's
was
gonna
I
be
think
the
last thing that
punch at the end.
I'm sorry.
But
I
the end
really-
is Chrissy quotes. We'll talk about that when we get there.
I thought you were
Alright.
really going for Nico's notes.
No, I don't have any notes.
He's got
I
no
had
notes today. He's
I
noteless.
didn't
I had a
know.
loaded
Nico
notes
noteless.
last
Nico
week.
noteless.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, that's
Get
nice.
into it.
That's
How
nice
do
of you.
like when you're on the couch? Do you sit like a like what
a
do you
sack
got?
of potatoes.
You're sprawled out. You're laying down. Are you sitting there like a politician, hands on your knees? What are you guys doing?
I'm laying down.
Yeah, I personally
Um,
like to take up at least 1.5 spaces
which-
per human. Like
You ever
Uh,
see a
usually
blanket get
2.
unraveled?
Yeah.
That's me.
that's a good yeah.
I'm an unraveled blanket.
You know, it's
So
like
you
when
curl up in a
there's-
ball and just.
when you have ample space. You know
Hey
what I
now,
mean,
hey
baby?
now.
Like I like to be comfortable. I'm a big comfort guy.
You know which chairs I
comfort.
really like on the couches? I don't know what it's called, but like the piece of the couch, like the end piece, like it looks like an L, like a very short
it's called
L at the bottom.
the chas or something like that.
Oh, something like that.
Oh man, what's it called?
You know what I'm talking
can't-
about?
You got me, my friend.
Jamie, can you look that up, please?
Yeah, sure.
Just
like,
kidding.
Jimmy
No
research.
one's there, Jamie. Oh, Jaime.
Look up like
Jaime,
look up
Jaime
like
James.
Oh yeah, hey man, research right now. Here they go. Hey,
It's it's called the chas, I think.
it's called the chastity.
No.
Chas.
It's not called that at all. Hold on a second. Okay, the part of the
Yeah, that's elite, dude.
Oh man,
that is great.
I need a couch with that.
Yeah, and
You
then
just
and then,
plop on that sucker.
and then you got your
You just turned southern there for a second.
Then you got a
Sometimes
coffee
it comes
table?
out of me, partner. Huh?
coffee table.
Coffee table's undefeated.
Coffee
Yeah,
table.
legs up if you got a coffee table, and I'm trying not to be inappropriate from somebody's house.
My thing is like,
Yeah.
why do they call it a coffee table?
Have you ever placed the coffee on it? We just had coffee
I
before.
place my feet on it more than coffee or like a magazine or like my phone or the remote. Why don't they call it like a magazine table?
I'm sure there's a synonym
Wait, the
for
part
it.
of the couch that you what?
Like
end
the
part of
L
the
shape
couch, that's
couch.
a lounge.
Something like that.
But in the meantime, what's the difference between a seat and a chair?
No, we're not doing this.
We've had this conversation, Chrissy.
We're not doing this again.
A chair has 4 legs. A seat is something you can sit in or on.
So a seat's a chair.
A seat can be a chair, yes, but a chair is
Can
always a seat because you can sit in a chair. But a seat that is
What's the difference
taken,
between a seat and a chair? Is that
But
what we're talking about right now?
A seat's not always a chair. Is that what we're
a
trying to get
chair
at
is
here?
always a seat. A seat isn't always a chair. You could sit on a log and it could be a seat.
Slow that down for me.
Holy moly!
A chair
Twist 'em with it.
so the I think seat has to do is in correspondence with the verb to sit, right?
Here.
Sit.
Yeah, right. You're not saying
So
sit on my seat. You're saying have a seat.
Right. Have a seat.
You want a seat?
you can
You can purchase one for $5.
This is what I'm saying. So a chair, you can sit in any chair is a place you can sit, but a seat is anywhere
Get
you
your
can
filthy
sit.
paws off my mic stand.
So you can sit somewhere that's not a chair. My face can
One of
be a
these
seat.
what we're talking about here.
No,
Oh,
that's a sofa.
What?
Difference between a sofa
I
and a
need
couch.
you guys to pick up the slack because I don't have it tonight, boys.
All right, so
Oh, we're not picking up the
stop,
slack.
Stop talking.
There's some energy going on right now.
Yeah,
Am I
just
lacking?
no. You
You're
guys
not?
aren't lacking. I'm just saying.
Stop talking.
I'm
man.
going
Let us
down the
just
Why don't you
slide.
take a sip of your
yeah,
drink?
just take a seat back.
Don't you have a coffee next to
I'm
you?
feeling how overwhelming this tequila is right now.
Oh, were
Oh
you?
yeah, and whose
Listen.
idea was it to sip tequila?
By the way, we're going to Cancun.
no.
I mean, no, don't do
It's
that.
too soon.
Don't do that.
It's too
What do
soon.
you mean? We've been talking about Cancun for years.
All right, boys. This is actually a lot harder than you think to find out here.
Take
about
a
couches
seat.
and seats, couches. And now it's giving me the inner parts of
It's
a couch.
called a chest. Don't touch anything on this side.
I want to see the notebook, Nikki. Stop! Come on,
Don't call me Nikki.
Nicholas.
All right, boys. This is a dead topic. We're done with this. We're not talking about this anymore. No
Stop.
more couch
Stop.
talk.
Yo, you're bothering me.
I
You
want
know
to
you're bothering me.
read it.
You can't read it.
Nicholas,
leave
I
Nico.
want the
leave-
topics. I just want to see him real quick. I want to be refreshed.
This is why we all should be official and have notebooks like Nico.
He's being difficult. He doesn't even have a notes.
He wants my notebook.
He wants to take a back seat while meanwhile he wants everything.
notebook.
All right.
I don't have
We're-
notes right here.
We're gonna.
All right, next question. How do you hang up the phone?
How do you hang up the phone?
Oh,
Bye.
you're being. Come on, man. Give
What?
it some juice. You're not giving it. You don't have
All
any
right,
juice.
I completely relate to you. Just don't read what is circled here. I'll pass the notebook
All right.
to you.
Fine.
Just don't read that. The rest, make sure it's not wet over there.
I don't know how he. That's like telling somebody to not think about.
It's wet.
elephants.
It's wet right there. You just put the paper in the wet. It's wet. Good.
Where, buddy?
Good job. Good job.
All right, guys. Let's keep it together. Try
All
and
right,
go
What do you
live.
want me to do?
I'm gonna take a leave of absence from the pod.
Please, just stop talking for like 5 seconds.
Goose Fraba.
Can't even do that.
What do we got?
Okay. So now we're getting to the meat of potatoes and things. All right. How do you hang up the phone on somebody that doesn't know how to hang up the phone?
Click.
How do you get that off your
Phone.
period? For real though, like if somebody's like taking a long time, like, all right, you know,
Here's the
they
thing.
tell you
most
what they want to tell you.
I feel like most people take the ride. I think they just feel awkward, and then all of a sudden they're engaged in a conversation. They're saying in their head, like, "How the freak do I get out of this?"
Well, it depends on the conversation. Like if I'm having a conversation with one of you guys or Breeze, like someone you enjoy
know how
talking
to navigate that.
you don't. I think it's mutual. You know when the conversation's over.
All right. So the better question then is:
Some people
how do you
don't
get
know.
off the phone with somebody that you're either less familiar with or that
Somebody that could really talk.
you're not fully comfortable with?
Hey,
I think you
hate
just
to cut
gotta-
this off.
You got to be cordial, but you can't be rude. Like you can
I
be
think
rude
the
with
best
family.
way is just to throw a roadblock in there. Like, all right, listen, I you know, you
Oh,
kind of just
I
need to
got-
get over them.
You know what I like? I
And-
use. You know what I use? All right, I'll let you go. Cause
Nah,
now
but that doesn't always.
No, no,
Because
no.
if they don't
Yeah,
want to
can't
let
do that.
go,
I got nothing to go to. I'm here, be like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta go.
Listen, it's acknowledged, then dipset.
yeah, but that comes off as rude. We're trying to get
Well,
to
listen,
the.
you know, it was great talking to you. I got some things I gotta take care of, and we'll talk later.
Some person might even still be like, well, before you go, I just want to tell you, you know,
got those people, man. Those people are
those
funny.
people, man.
If I'm not enjoying,
I mean, it's all right, but
the,
they're funny.
because like
It
sometimes,
is fun.
sometimes like you try, like you both like are like there's stages in the phone conversation. Hey, how you doing? Usually someone's calling because they need something. Okay, all right, we'll do that this day. Da, da, da. What are you doing? I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Sure,
Small
sure, sure.
conversation, and then it's like, okay, we had our conversation. We're at the end, but if it's flowing like we flow on a podcast, right? You know, and then all right, I'll let you get back. But oh, what about this? You know, like that little after moment, that little bonus time is kind of just like if you enjoy it and you're talking to someone you really want to talk to, you just keep going. Who cares?
Yeah. How do you end most like conversations though? Like with the last word.
What do you
Sure.
say? What do you say?
All right, so like, yeah, there's always a way to exit
Chat
every
and-
conversation, and it's a universal way. You're in a
Alright.
conversation, you gotta wait for the right window.
Yeah, it's navigation.
It's acknowledgement, dip.
hey,
It's a dip statement, by
it's
the way.
nice talking
Example.
No. You can't be like, all right. Somebody says something interesting, they're expecting a response. You say, all right, nice talking to you. All right.
to you. Well, it was good talking to you. I'll see you later.
So somebody says, give me something that, tell me like a, give me like a BS catalog. Give me
Dialogue?
some dialogue. Give me something.
Hey, well, you know, we were asking about the flux capacitor, and if you could just
Oh.
get back to us on that within a week's time, because I have my people over here working on that, and we want to hear from your people, and you know, it's very important to us that we
It kind of sounds like
We-
you're ending the conversation.
we-
Yeah, it sounds
that
like
we
you're actually ending
acknowledge-
it for me.
that we acknowledge these
No.
these aspects of the flux capacitor. So, what could you do for us? Am I ending?
Oh,
the
yeah, you know,
acknowledgement?
let me get back to you on that. That's really important about the flux capacitor. And, yeah, okay, so, hey, listen, I'm going to get back to you. And I'll talk to you soon. I gotta get going right now.
But
Boom.
the flux
Done.
capacitor
It's over.
is
I just.
Yeah, and you don't even
Wow.
need to
Get you
say. You
more on
don't
it.
even really need to say bye at that point.
It's
You know?
very
Well, you gotta give
dismissive.
me more of a story where somebody actually expected something.
Right, right.
Hey, how was your day?
So I went to the store today, and my dog just took a crap in the fruit section. Yeah, crazy.
In the fruit
In
section.
the fruit section.
Wow.
Yeah. they
That
said-
must be a poodle.
Yeah, clean up an aisle too. Clean up an aisle too. I was like, ha,
Clean up an aisle two.
never
Poodle-
had this one before.
Usually it's
poodle
aisle 3.
unexpectancy.
Usually
Yeah.
it's aisle
Happening.
3. the
Yeah,
fruit- the fruit
it's aisle
section.
3.
It's usually
that's-
aisle
It's
3,
usually
aisle
aisle
7.
That
aisle
seemed
3,
that seemed
yeah.
We're
very
going off target.
unimportant to
We're
the
going-
story.
You
we're
know they
going
gotta
on
get
it.
rid of
Off
all that
target.
fruit now. It's all contaminated by
Yeah,
dog
well,
poop.
yeah, the fruit got
feces.
schnitted up. I didn't know what to do. I went to the janitor's closet. They didn't have a mop. I went to the manager's office. He told me to get out. All right, so what am I supposed to do?
You know, that's a crazy story,
I-
and I gotta tell you.
But
what?
I
But
I
go
can't go to the bathroom. Like if my dog's going to the bathroom in
no,
the
you
same
can't.
place.
You can't. It's a
It's a dog eat dog world.
it's a fuzzled place to be.
Yeah,
but you
I
know
agree.
what? It's so crazy.
And then
Go ahead. But
no, but I wanted to just someone to talk to, and I felt like you were like the right person to talk to about.
yeah, you know what? I do, and I did have the same situation transpire, but it's crazy. I actually have to hop on this conference call right now. I will call you actually right back. You know what?
Oh, wait,
Listen, let
but-
me give you a call tomorrow. I'm actually.
Hey,
Oh wait, hold on. I'm
John.
actually busy for the next month and a half. Oh wait, 2 months. Got to talk to you later though.
Hey
I'll
John.
call you tomorrow, maybe.
Hey John.
Hey,
Hey John. I could
Maybe.
conference call. Hey John. I could follow up on your whole dog scenario because I used to be the dog that would poop in the aisle.
That was so.
But I gotta go.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
this is
That
Oh,
was-
you know what's it going? Got a blast. Jimmy Neutron. Got
If you say "gotta bless"
Gotta
to somebody,
bless.
they're
We're
never
going
gonna talk to you ever again.
We're gonna take a big L on this one, and
Well, you know what? I
That's
say,
That's like
Yeah.
seven. That's like 7
I'm in
Gen
the-
Z sayings.
I'm in the habit of saying bye bye instead of bye.
I like so long.
So long is great. I'm not a so long
You
person.
said bye-bye to me the other day.
Did I?
Bye bye.
It's
Like,
because of work.
bye-bye.
I'm on the
Yeah,
phone.
I do
All right.
bye bye a lot
Thank
of
you,
work too.
bye-bye. It's so much better than bye. Bye is very
Bye-bye.
abrupt and
Have a
blunt.
good day.
What?
Have a great night.
What is it? Finna.
Have a great day.
Finna.
I say date instead of day or night sometimes to customers.
What?
Yeah, instead of like you get confused. So it's the morning you say have a good night like an idiot, and then it's the night you say have a good day, and then it's like have a good day.
Oh, no, I'm spot on.
Night.
I know right when to change it. When you're at 3 o'clock,
You're
or
just
when-
in
no.
tune
I
with
think
the clock.
if you're at like
4
4
or
o'clock,
5, yeah.
have a good night.
Yeah, I mean once
3 o'clock still day.
it's still day. You know,
3
I
o'clock
had a
day, 4
customer
o'clock
come in
night.
today that just was very bubbly, very, very how you doing energy like. Just she said good morning, good afternoon, and I look at the clock. It's like
Yeah.
3 o'clock. I was like,
Well, that-
good afternoon.
That's cool because like
Very
that kind
bubbly.
That kind of like segues us into one of our topics here
Segue
on
us.
the 32nd episode of the How We Doing podcast.
31st, man.
So
it's written
I-
down on the
yeah,
notebook.
I
31st.
oh,
okay.
31st.
31st.
Oh,
31st. Got it.
You write in hieroglyphics here. My bad. I couldn't make it out.
U.S. for the notebook,
Um,
brethren, not me.
What the frick does this say? I hope we get to that. It sounds interesting. Speaking of
Is it,
interesting,
is it the thing
I
I,
have a
circled?
gorilla in my pants.
Do
wow,
not
bet
say.
you never heard that
Do
before.
not say the thing I
I'm
circled.
not going to.
That-
Nicholas,
you know what? I have notes.
Nicholas.
Nico's notes later on.
Nicholas.
Stay tuned. Go ahead. Go.
Zip it.
Zip.
I was driving the other day, and I thought to myself that this is something that I inspire to be, and I think that it's a good model for people to inspire to be, because I feel like it might
You
it
inspire
might
or you
just it
aspire?
might motivate you.
You aspire to be.
Sure, aspire to be.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
the topic that we're going to be talking about here is how to be the most interesting person in the room at all times.
Wow.
Or at least trying to be.
Challenge.
Because you're not, you know,
I
it's,
think,
it's a hard task
It's
to
a- yeah.
to come up, to go to complete.
Yeah.
It's a tall.
Agreed.
It's a tall order, if you
Tall
will.
order, sure.
I think
That's
a
what
lo-
I meant
I
to
think
say.
a lot of it has balance and confidence and patience involved. You know, because you don't want to
does.
seem desperate and come off as like trying to like attain all the
Attention.
attention.
Going there
you know?
explosive.
And
might be a
and,
problem.
and it's like substance. What you
Well,
say has to have substance.
Go into it with the mentality of having other people's feelings in mind,
Yeah,
right?
I think
But also
patience.
some like freelance to it. Like you
Yeah.
have to have a little bit of
Throw
like,
the
I don't
book out
care
the
how I'm gonna look,
window.
you know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, if you don't have humility in that situation,
that's what makes people.
Might be
That's
flying right.
that's what you gotta differentiate yourself from other people. Or you're not gonna stand out.
Yeah, and I'm a
You
big
just be another cornball in the wind.
I'm a big
yeah,
fan.
got to make sure your cheeks are not
Excuse
hard.
me. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of the whole I'm a big fan of the silence. Like ask me a question. Ask me any question in the world. Go ahead. Example.
Hey, so how was your Monday?
Yeah, my Monday was pretty it was pretty good. Yeah.
Yes. So there's
What
confidence
the
in.
what the fuck just happened there?
Because
Just drifted away and
you-
came back.
no,
Like a
'cause
you just boomerang that
you,
that
you don't like that I have the control. I have both yours attention in that.
You know
however
what
many
but you know
seconds
what
of
I thought
silence.
there?
What?
You shouldn't care. But I thought, what in the shit is this kid talking about or thinking
Well, it
about?
was a mere example, but having that, when somebody
Mere.
asks you a question and you race to answer, you come off.
Yeah,
you're,
take
you're
your time.
unprepared.
Sure.
Let that empty space linger. Like you said, getting to that uncomfortable place where it's like you're doing something for longer than you should, and it's like, yeah, I'm in that uncomfortable place.
How about when somebody goes ahead and looks at you, and you say something,
A lot
they
of
look
people
and they
look at
just
me.
look you up and down. You ever talk to somebody and all of a sudden you ask a question, da 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 da?
Yeah, I'd be like,
I
do we
think
have a problem?
It's almost like some people don't realize that like you have eyes.
Yeah, so they check
That
you.
You can't like see,
it's
what they're
people
looking
with
at.
a certain type
It's
of
also like a
sass.
space. It's a space filler. It's like, I don't have a response. I'm gonna look you up and down.
No, I think like if you ask me a question and I'm like so dismissive to it, and like don't stop looking at you, I'm like, yeah, I think I gotta go get lunch.
That's a little rude.
No, well, I didn't have a
Maybe I'm
question
saying-
to answer. I
Let's
just
go
said
back to
something random.
what the room, the light in the room.
You want to
the
be
power in
interesting.
the
I
room.
think
Yeah.
that
What do
I
you do?
think
What do
that
you do?
space and time is like a big.
Just be
With some
different. Think of like
confidence
something that nobody's ever said before.
Yeah, don't be normal.
Yeah.
You know what?
Normal's boring,
Yeah,
man.
James.
Okay. All right. This is my evaluation. What's the question again?
How to be the most interesting person in the room at all times.
How to be the most interesting person in the room at all times. Okay. First off, all times, almost like an impossible task.
Right. But it's more
But
to aspire
there.
to be.
Get there,
The mo-
right?
right.
Or somewhat. You know what I think you do, honestly? First off, all right, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be a little bit confident. Some people might take it as cocky. I'm going to say
you're
right
pretty
now that when I
interesting.
walk into the room, I know how to be the light. I know how to be that vibe. I know how to be the one that people are looking at and saying, this guy. Who's this guy?
think-
Who's this guy? You
I
want to
think-
be the one
yeah.
that go, people
Yeah.
are asking, who's this guy?
I think
Right.
being the light is a shortcut.
Good or
Throw
bad.
out all the patience, all that stuff. Just be the light.
It also-
and then people
bad
are like,
press
wow,
is
that's a
good
guy.
press.
It also depends what room are you walking into. Bad press is good press. That's true. You got to be able to conversate with anybody.
There's a right
Yeah.
place and time
So
for everything.
prejudgment has to walk out
Right.
the door.
But
When
it's
you
all
walk in the door.
It's all about. It comes down
Make
to
sure
the
you
root
hold that door,
of
or
yourself.
else
That's
you're
where
out.
it comes from.
What? Say it again.
Comes from the root of your soul. That's where you're gonna
Yeah.
dig the deepest, because that your soul is what differentiates you from everybody else. You have a
Yeah.
different soul.
I think if you
than
get to
everybody,
a certain
obviously.
point, if you get to a certain point,
And
are you
really,
talking or
you
I'm
really,
talking? You
yeah,
go.
I'm still talking.
Go ahead.
And you really
Yeah,
have
I'll
to
go.
like
Bacon monkey.
harness that to let it shine through you, because
That's
everybody
power.
has it. I think it's just the attention to it is it
Harnessing
goes
it,
over
yeah.
people's head and
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I don't really judge people on like their attitude or their beliefs. I've tried to hone in on more of just the soul, getting
Yeah.
to know people's souls. That's how you get to know people. And that's how you like really have great relationships.
That's the essence of their
And
being.
it's like, and yeah, your soul is so pure. Like in this life, this society, so many things either corrupt or get in the way and block you just letting you be yourself and letting your soul shine, if you will.
Yeah.
And just like learning to actually see someone for their soul and the vibe they bring, like that's really what, like that's something that you need in this life to like have more patience, more just a bunch of things.
Well,
Patience
you know
is
what?
key.
Can I add to that?
Please do.
Because you have the exact opposite that more commonly takes place in society. Which
Yeah,
is the surface
that's why,
level.
That's why I had to
What
say
are you
that.
What are you wearing? What are you saying?
Yeah,
What are
man.
What are your facial expressions? These are all things that people take more account. Yeah, exactly. All sorts of. Yeah, those are extreme.
Yeah.
But if you were to do exactly what you said, I feel like there's a way to engage that part of people, and you have to dig into their body language.
Yeah.
One of the questions that I like to ask people when I'm starting to get into a conversation that I realize might be going dead soon. Therefore, there might be another statement or two that I might say or the other person, and then it's going to take a dive, just downhill, like straight bad. And you start asking them a question like something about their body language, and you make a mention about specifically this thing, body language. So tell me something. What makes you stand to that side? What is that body language saying? Are you bored? Or if they're crossing their arms, it could usually mean
Closed off.
closed off. Right.
Open
So, like,
up.
why are you closed off right now? There's something about this conversation you don't trust. Things could get funny. You have to figure out a way to engage the deeper part of themselves.
Yeah,
Because it's
well-
where everything is coming from.
You're
True,
because
true,
it's
true.
like you're throwing everything out the window. Like you're grabbing from something outside of the box. Like, hey, I noticed this. Like,
Yeah,
why
and it's
is
also
that?
like I don't care type of thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
And
You know,
tho-
you care
those-
about their feelings. Yeah,
Well, I think that's a big part of it is not caring.
is not caring.
right.
I'm so comfortable with the silence.
That's powerful because most people aren't.
I was born in the darkness.
I'm so comfortable with it, man.
Yes.
I don't. Once it's like
Born in
okay, there's
darkness.
we're not talking. That's it. Like I will.
All right.
Sometimes when I'm just in silence, I say, "My name is Bane."
All right.
I'm Bane.
On
All
that
right.
note, fellas,
like
I think we're gonna move
pears?
past that, and we're
All
gonna
right,
go
that's a
to
good
our
idea.
next topic.
I was running out of juice.
How you doing, baby? Topic, or should I say segment?
Oh,
Chrissy's quotes back in action. How you doing? If this is your first time listening to a Chrissy's quotes, well, you're a lucky son of a gun. All right, here we go, fellas. You ready? I'm gonna hit you with it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna hit you with it.
panda.
What's so interesting?
You know, you said segment. I was like, oh, you're gonna have to hand me my notebook back because I need those notes.
Why
What?
would I do that?
That's
Stop interrupting the segment.
Go.
All right, quote time, baby. This is from our friend Bruce Lee. Shout out.
What it would be like to talk to this guy.
Don't ever speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and cast spells. That is why it's called spellings. Change the way you speak about yourself, and you can change your life.
Yeah.
wow.
Well, because when you speak, there's your thoughts, right? Your thoughts are in the is it the spiritual realm that your thoughts are in, or the whatever that realm is? But when you speak,
yeah,
you
it's a
put,
deeper connection
you,
too.
you put it out into the physical realm.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
there's some power to that.
Yeah, definitely. But
Yeah,
even
be
like,
aware of what you say. You know,
even
how
just
you
like,
say
I
it.
think it's like subconsciously, like the things that you say, you may not realize it, but they do have a negative effect on your life in some capacity.
Yeah,
because
man.
You said it. It came from you.
There's an interconnection to the words that you speak.
Yeah.
Period.
100%.
I went.
Go ahead and you say, "I am stupid."
Yeah, I'm big on
Yeah.
When
That's the
people-
vibration you're
right.
sending out. If you
Most
say,
of the
"I
time,
am,"
you're stupid.
yeah, I am smart.
You said it.
I am powerful.
Not
Like,
me.
yeah, right.
Yeah, when,
exactly.
when I'm around people and they say things that are just derogatory to themselves, like that example, I always tell them, don't say that.
They're dropping their energy.
Just don't say that. Like, even if you
Yeah.
feel that way or you really just did something real stupid or whatever, just don't say that. Because that's not.
Brush it off. Yeah. Always,
say
always,
that.
always believe in yourself.
Laugh about it
And, you,
instead.
and look, you don't have to be spiritual to get on board with this type of thing. Literally, scientists say that, the universe is made out of vibrations.
Yeah.
You don't believe it? Look it up.
I
You
saw
just-
the I saw
find
a
out.
TikTok clip, and it was like this, I don't know who he was, but he was saying, wake up every morning and
saw
brush your teeth with the opposite hand and
Mhm.
say to yourself in the mirror, I love you,
Yeah,
25
I
times.
saw that.
It's like, yo, if you think about that, that could really make like a positive impact.
Oh, it
on
definitely will.
100%.
Scientifically, it
Because
will.
like it changes the way you think automatically, right? Because you're doing something
Yeah,
with
there's,
your
like,
opposite
different
hand, you're using
neurons
the
going
other
on in the brain.
side of the brain,
100%.
and you're telling
activated.
yourself that you love yourself. It's activating your brain in a way that is
Yeah.
not normally
I
the
thought
way that
about
you're
doing it.
thinking.
I was just like, I don't think I could brush my teeth with my.
I did it the other day. Wasn't bad.
You
So
said, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
25 times? Wow.
Yeah,
How'd you feel?
felt good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get a little taste. Get a little shot of dopamine. Probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Dopamine. What's better,
Yeah.
dopamine or serotonin?
And I feel like that focuses you in.
Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Dopamine or
Yeah.
serotonin? That's a good question. Hold on to that. Michelle.
Both.
Give me them both at the same time.
But facts,
Yeah,
very
it's
important.
important.
Very important. The way that you talk to yourself, the way that you treat yourself, right? It's like, look, if that's why it's so important on the front end to realize the fact that we're all human, and say to yourself like, all right, I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, that's a good saying.
Yeah, ride with that because
Yeah.
that'll help the positive mojo within yourself.
Or you're perfect at being
Glass
yourself.
half full, man. Don't
Half
let the
full,
little
always.
things get you down.
Yeah,
Count your blessings.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I've been thinking about and trying to practice is like you want to like not work yourself up, but you want since we've been doing this podcast, definitely more aware of my vibes, right? Been like aspiring to be the light, which like isn't always easy when you're going through a tough time or you're just not feeling it that day, But it also correlates to how we say like don't label the day a bad day, let you find a way to turn it around or make it mediocre or just a better day. And I found that like my thoughts, like it's a good practice to be aware of how your thoughts and your mind state affect your vibes, and try to like it's a practice to like hone in on them, be aware of them, be okay with them, and then don't let the bad ones get in your way of being the light or feeling
If
good
you-
that day.
If you have a crappy attitude about your day at work or something that you have to do or sacrifice that you have to make, it's going to suck. But if you talk yourself into it and count your blessings and look forward to stuff beyond that, it probably won't be so bad.
like this is not that bad. X, Y, and Z.
Correct.
Yeah, or just
power
like,
behind
there was weeks where I really felt like we were on fire as a whole and myself individually for like, the movement and like being in my faith and just trying to be the best person I could be, making positive impacts on others and, just serving people in a positive way. And then I felt like I digressed but like through this practice, you find yourself back in that space and it's almost like a superpower in today's society because people are not in that space.
Here's the other thing. People have to understand that you're actually meant to fall off. You're meant to fall off.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not meant to be
yeah.
completely on that plate in that place
Yeah.
at all times.
It's okay to feel
balance.
It's okay to feel
Yeah.
bad, It's
Yeah.
I always will tell my friends like they're venting to me or whatever, like listen, like don't feel crazy for the way you're entitled to feel the way you feel. You're not crazy. There's not something wrong with you.
Right.
There's a specific reason or multiple reasons why you feel the way you feel. That doesn't make you a crazy person. That doesn't make it a bad thing,
That's a really good point that you bring up because people start to feel wrong inside once they feel
then it
some
goes
sort
a
of
di-
negative.
and then it goes another way, and it's
Right.
you just it's being aware of your emotions, and all that jazz, and how it affects your
Yeah.
vibes, man. Get the vibes up. Get
the
the
vibes
vibes
up.
up.
Get
Keep
the
them
vibes
up.
up.
Keep them up.
Can I share a quick story?
Story time with Giacomo.
So, I'm going to share how I turned somebody's day around, and that actually happened today.
It's very how we doing like of you.
All right, thank you.
How
thank
we
you.
doing?
How we doing, baby? Here
Go.
we go. So, I'm talking to a friend of mine, and we had plans to link up. We're going to go see Mom at the cemetery. So happens that his mom is actually at the same cemetery as mine. So I'm actually on my way. And I'm going to share this very crazy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to expand the story. Here we go.
Boom.
So, I got my shot of espresso. Now I'm on my way to go meet my friend at the cemetery. We're going to go see our moms because both of our moms are buried at the same place. I'm on the way, and this truck that had a pickup, he had like what are those? The lift.
Trailer?
Yeah, trailer for cars.
Okay.
He forgot to put the ramp up, but the ramp are for the individual wheels, right? So
Yeah.
it's like 2 of them. So he forgot to pick it up. And there's a car in front of me. The car goes ahead, turns. Now I'm right behind this guy. I'm like, these things are gonna fall off, and I'm gonna be like, oh I could have done something. So I'm following this guy, and sure enough, he goes over a speed bump, and then they both fall at the same time. I go over one of them, scrapes the bottom of my car. It was a whole thing. I got out. I'm like, hey guy! I'm like looking at them.
Oh.
I'm like, oh! What do I do? I go ahead and I put him on the side. I'm like, I gotta get over to the cemetery. I'm just trying to save this guy. I gotta go ahead and help out my friend right now. So I go ahead, I leave, and I head over to the cemetery. And I go, hey, gonna be there in 10 minutes. He goes, don't even bother. Don't even bother. I'm about to leave. I go, I call him. Hey, listen. What's going on? You're about to leave? He goes, I hate coming to this place. I go, whoa, listen. Hey, well, all right. If you really don't want to stay there, fine, but I'm going to visit my mom. He goes, all right, fine, I'll stay. I'm like, all right, perfect. That worked out great. So I got off the phone with him. I arrive. And he kept on expressing, make a long story short, how he hates when he comes there. And he hates it so much that it comes there. He hates it so much when he comes there that it changes his whole day. His whole day is ruined. And I'm like, okay, well, today's How We Doing Pod Day. I'm not going to let that happen. This is my little testimony for later. So what do? I go ahead. I talk to him. I look him in the eyes. Because by the way, if you ever want to connect with somebody, look them in the eyes and force them to look you in the eyes. All right, you can't lie to somebody unless they just have no soul. But that's a whole nother story. Bottom line is, I got him to look me in the eyes, and I said a few words to him. I said, you're better than this. Your mom is looking down at you right now, and you have power within you. That's all I said. He denied me. In that moment, he denied me. But I let him deny me. Why? Because what happened later on, when we wound up going to the gym, it was nothing but smiles. Nothing but smiles. And then later on, I didn't even say anything to him. Later on, after we parted ways, I didn't even say, oh, you remember that conversation that we had? I didn't even say that to him. He goes, hey, thank you. Just shot me a text, hey, thank you.
Wow.
I'm like, listen, know that I'm always here. He goes, I really love you, man. Boom.
Chills.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of stuff that somebody could be speaking something into themselves internally, because we have a voice within, and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Okay? And if they can go ahead, and then if somebody else could go ahead and speak something else into them, you were literally that drip drop or two
Yeah.
that changed them all around.
Yeah, that's almost your responsibility.
Vibration,
That's
baby.
almost like should be everybody's responsibility.
It
If you
is.
see someone,
How
It
we doing
is.
world, baby.
if you see someone down, like it has to be your job. No matter if it works or not, you got to try. You know?
Yeah.
If you don't try, what are you doing?
At least you know you did your job.
You don't
Yeah,
care.
it's-
You're
did your
so
part.
you're so self-absorbed and wrapped up
It's-
into your own.
It's compassion,
bullshit
you know. It's
and,
compassionate.
you know.
It's caring. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Don't be the one to say, he or she is not gonna listen anyway.
Yeah.
That's
like-
that's
so-
not the way.
I mean,
Could I give them a little wrap up real quick on that whole thing?
yeah.
I would say just encourage your friends, man. Encourage the people around you. Can't hurt, you know. What's the worst that can happen if you tell somebody, give them a compliment that you never met before, you know, that you wouldn't normally
friend or
talk
not.
to.
Yeah, power.
Just try and do it,
Yeah. I mean,
because it could really, like you said, like that story really shows that the effort that you put in can really translate and help someone
yeah,
in a positive way.
I feel like in a way, 'cause like a lot of us, I feel like myself including, like when you're going through something, you don't always express it like your friend was, right? You do it to people you can vent to and talk to, but like I feel like it's like kind of like a sign or like a message to us as an individual, like when someone's actively showing that they aren't having a good day, like kind of speaking to how it's your responsibility, like, because like I know I try to like keep it under wraps if I can, like at work or
Sure, sure.
you know, unless it's like obviously with you guys, I can tell you guys what's on my mind, what's on my heart.
Yeah.
But with when they're showing that at work or your friends that because they have that certain feeling that they can project it onto you and you can handle it. It's almost like a calling, like to see that out and be like, hey, what's going on, bro?
Sure.
Like, talk to me.
I just want to add to that and say that sometimes you have somebody that's getting ready to open up to you, but you're so absorbed in your own business that you find a way to kind of, in a sense, shut it down. But
Or make it about yourself.
or make it about yourself.
Sure.
But instead of reflecting and then saying your own piece of what's going on, you should be nurturing them.
Yeah.
There's a lot more power to that.
Yeah, well,
What
it's
you could do in that moment.
it's trying to be in the headspace and have the discipline and compassion to be in that situation to help people like that. Because obviously, we all go through stuff and have our mountains we gotta climb, but it's willing to extend your hand for those people. Man.
Yeah, I think there was some juicy little nuggets in that. I think you guys should rewind it, watch it again, because that's how darn good I think it was.
Juicy
Definitely.
nuggets.
And
Juicy
on that note, we are going to toss it over to our last segment of the night. Your favorite. It is Nico Notes.
Wow. Do we really need a soundboard? I don't know.
I don't think so.
What do you hear? What do you say? Chrissy got my notebook wet. Welcome back to another edition of Nico's Notes.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
How we doing?
I just asked as the, I feel like I'm the driver of this pod right now.
You're really rocking it.
Yeah, I just asked that you just kind of.
Yeah, we can keep it
You know,
short
we've
and
been going
sweet.
for a
I mean,
little
I
bit.
really just have one thing. You kind of saw it if you're looking.
Yeah,
at
lay it on us.
If
Lay
you
it
could
on
read
us.
it.
Go.
I just want to say thank you for listening. We love you guys.
Sure.
Love.
Thank you.
This is the best part of our week. I'm gonna just as a disclaimer. I really don't. I feel like I sold us short tonight. I don't have.
Don't say that about yourself, man.
Thank
Don't do
you.
that.
Wow,
You did a
look
great
at
job.
that.
Don't
Look at
do that. Hey, you're
at that.
powerful.
You did a
Repeat
great
You're
job.
amazing. You're awesome.
I have energy.
Give
I
us,
have energy.
give them something
I am
they're gonna be talking about for
I,
days.
Let it
good
rip,
things.
let it rip.
Good
Come on.
things. But let me
No
get
extra
back,
words.
Let me get back
Essential
into my,
words only.
into my prologue. What is it called? The prologue.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, I've worked 9 days straight. Today's day 9. I got day 10 tomorrow, and I'll be having an off day. But definitely feeling a little tired. When you're tired, your thoughts go different ways. And been trying to channel the How We Doing culture tonight. Thank you for sticking along if you have. And I really only got one thing for Nico's Notes tonight besides showing and spreading our love. And that's you guys think, this was a question, just a question that I'm really passionate about. You guys think dragons were a real thing at one point in this time? I'm watching Game of Thrones for a second time through.
I mean,
Just a big
just a
part of
side
me is
note.
just like they need it
Dragons-
to exist.
dragons are
'cause I
pretty
love them.
freaking fascinating.
Yeah.
Like you never and it kind of like it's probably
What's a
coming
shark
off like
or
a
a
little.
bear to a
It's probably
dragon?
coming off like a little dorky, like dragons. Like that's just the stigma around dragons.
Ooh, dragons.
But like
They're cool.
you can't
dude.
watch Game of Thrones or House of Dragons and be like, that's
Oh my
not
God.
awesome.
Anybody that watches Game of Thrones is thinking about a real dragon every day of their
Yeah.
life.
Just
Dude,
now I
imagine
am.
if it
when
just-
Daenerys burns down,
Ugh, I
You
don't wanna
know?
talk about it. But a
oh
part
my.
a part of me thinks that House of Dragons is more fun to watch, and it's more, even though it's not very eventful the first season, it's so eventful because there's more dragons.
Well, there's just a lot around the Targaryens that it makes
When
it so interesting.
they're all Chris,
Yeah,
they're,
this
they're
is
all on
definitely-
Dragonstone.
All right, no Game of Thrones.
This
no
is
Game of
definitely
But,
a
Thrones.
conversation amongst
hey.
the e-boys and e-girls. I'll tell you that right
Second season's coming out, and they confirmed a third. They're just gonna run with it, and we're
Good.
getting a Jon Snow series. So
A
look
Jon
out for that.
Snow sequel from Game of Thrones.
It's gonna be a sequel, so it's gonna be his life beyond the wall.
Oh,
and
that's
in the
awesome.
The true King of the North.
That's
But,
gonna be sick.
Yeah, just a big part of me really wants to believe that dragons had to be a thing. I mean, if there was dinosaurs, it's a guarantee that there was dragons.
I
right?
bet you there weren't dinosaurs.
There was definitely dragons.
be
Whether they
surprised.
spit fire was probably like a genetic thing. It's probably only like 3 or 4 of them that's actually
I think
spewed out
I
fire.
think if they found bones from giants, giant people,
yeah,
it's very possible that there were dragons.
yeah, there's giants in
Which
Game of
some people
Thrones,
are watching
so-
this saying, dude, where's the correlation?
Who gives a shit about
I'm kind of
dragons?
getting that, but
I mean, a pterodactyl was probably a dragon. How could
Or
you know if a
Therodactythus.
pterodactyl blew out fire or not? You don't know.
We don't. I guess we'll never know.
What's just one more little sequel
Yeah, make it
to
quick.
the notes. What's our what do you think the best shows are?
the best shows, like
Best TV
outside of
shows.
the How We Doing Pod.
Yes,
All right, I'll
correct.
give it to you real quick.
Give me your top 5 in order. and then I'll
Top
do-
5?
Yeah, do top 5 or whatever you want to do. Top
Man,
3.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
care.
top 3. I'm gonna do top 3.
I mean, you could do top 5 easy.
Don't
I
do
could
what I
top
think you're
5.
gonna do, Chris.
Easy.
Don't. I know the 3 that are in there, but go.
I'm going.
Please don't do it. Don't you dare.
All right, I'm gonna go
There's-
Sopranos number
yes,
1.
There's only one answer for number 1.
Sopranos number 1. It's the ultimate masterpiece
You're
of a
gonna.
show.
You're gonna. I know what you're gonna
Put
put.
you
it
through
to.
every emotion in the book. Number 2, I'm
Yo,
going
Chris, you-
with Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Yeah. And then number 3, I'm
Proud of
I'm
you.
going with
I know what you're
Breaking
going.
Bad.
Yeah, I know you're going there. I was concerned you were gonna put Breaking Bad at 2, and I was just. Gonna
I
be very
almost
upset
threw The
about it.
Office in there.
Different kind of show.
I was gonna throw The Office in there.
The
Office
Office
is
is
classic.
unmatched.
Come on, Office is freaking too good. Also, come on, you can't pass up Friends. I mean,
Friends,
that's more
Seinfeld.
of a
Friends is good.
Friends
I used to
Seinfeld.
be a bigger
is
Friends
so
guy,
good.
but
Friends
I don't
is
know.
So good.
Like I still laugh. Like people that say they don't laugh at Friends, like I mean, you don't
Damn it!
you don't
'cause you don't ha- you don't have friends.
hysterically laugh during Friends most of the time. But
It's
you gotta giggle. If you don't giggle a little bit,
It's like elevator humor.
yeah.
If that makes sense.
Seinfeld, you crack up though.
Seinfeld
Seinfeld's
will
fun.
get you.
So is Curb.
Curb is a
Curb Your
classic.
Enthusiasm for sure. But also, I mean, The Office. The Office is freaking hysterical.
I've seen episodes of The Office. I haven't watched it like that, but the humor has finally made sense. to
I
me.
mean, it's Michael. It's Steve Carell. He makes the whole show.
Hey now,
It's Stevie.
I'll give you my top 5.
Quick.
I'll give you top 5.
5.
Quick.
Sopranos 1.
You don't even have 5. You're just gonna
Game
make
of
them up.
Thrones 2. You ready for this? This is gonna annoy you.
Vikings 3.
Vikings 3. If you haven't watched Vikings, go watch it. You're lucky that you haven't watched it. You ready for this?
Go.
4, 5 is gonna be Breaking Bad, and then you know what I'm gonna put there? Can you guess it? Can you guess it? You're not gonna think of it. Peaky Blinders.
Ooh.
I think the
Peaky Blinders.
I
That's
think
a good one.
the quality of that show. I mean, Breaking Bad. A lot of people have Breaking Bad as the best show, which I can't see it. Oh, but we forgot about Dexter, bro.
Dexter's in my 5.
Dexter's honorable mention.
Yeah.
Dexter might be better than Peaky Blinders. But
Yeah, those are good. Nice notes, Nico. You got anything else to say?
that's about it, man. Tell the loved ones that you love them.
Unless James, you
And
want to give him a couple
can
more.
I-
I'm sorry.
can
bro.
I mean, I'll definitely give him a message, but I'm
We'll
not going
give
to
him
give
a
him any more
message.
shows.
I'm gonna wrap up. So
Wrap it up, baby.
tell your loved ones you love them. Enjoy every day, 'cause it truly is a blessing we all woke up today. And make positive impacts on people, whether you know them or not. How we doing culture? Send us an email. Hit us up on the socials. We want to hear from you. We want to know our community. We're doing good things,
Power.
doing big things. And that's gonna do it for Nico's notes. Over
Yeah.
and out.
Good job, Nico. Nice notes.
Thank
Make
you.
an impact, people. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
If you're not realizing it, well, that's why we're here.
Woo!
You stumble across the right place. So before we go tonight, I'm going to pass it over to my brother Giacomo. He's going to give you some positive words of wisdom. So sit back and relax and enjoy.
Yes, thank you, Chrissy. Wow, what a nice warm entry for me. Hey, listen, as we always say, we're all experiencing the same boat of pain. All right, some of you guys listening to this right now and saying, "Damn, man, I had a day, I had a week, I had a year, I had a month." Put that out of order, but you get what I'm saying. Gotta take a nice deep breath. Listen to the How We Doing pod. If not, go ahead, grab a friend, somebody that has the strong light. You know those people. All you have to do is just close your eyes and literally think a little bit of what would make you feel good, and you'll probably find that person. and you have to engage with that person. You have to keep those people close. People that are not good in your life, really do yourself a favor. Have the guts. Have the guts and snip. Take them out.
Cut him out. Cut him out.
That's it. Okay. I'm not saying that if that person needs you, if you could be the nourishment that they need, great. If not, you really have to just be stern about this life that you live. You only get one. Okay. It's important to keep your peace. All right. Keep your peace. Okay. Make sure. Gungle me tumbles, don't you dare, dear. Have yourself a nice day. Hold the frickin' door and twinkle my pickle, my friend.
Why are you laughing? Stay in character.
Wow.
I am my character.
We're having a good time tonight. Look, hey, as you see, we're having a great time. You know why? Because we're a big support for each other, and that's what you need in your life. If you don't have somebody that's going to do that, then you see that love right there? Oh, high five.
At the same time, all of us.
No, that's corny.
Okay, well, I don't know what kind of message they're getting right
That's
now,
corned
but
out.
it's corned.
James, just hit him
corned
with
goods.
like 5 more sentences.
All right. You have to protect your inner peace, okay? You have to find a way to protect your inner peace. You got to be around the people that are going to push you to the next frames of your life. All right? It's not going to be possible with certain people that you know are in your life that's toxic. And you're probably saying to yourself like, yeah, wow, I got to get rid of so and so, where I have to maybe pivot from this community of people wherever that may be. But make sure that you do it. Make the move. Be bold. This life you only get one of, right? So you have to be sure to make moves, man, and don't be afraid to make those moves. And to be quite frank, the other part of it, don't be afraid of who you're going to maybe hurt along the way. You got to care about people, but people that are on the path of destruction are not the people that you need in your life, nor are they the ones that you need to be so concerned about their feelings, because they're on the path of destruction. So be sure to just push. Don't stop. Keep on pushing through your struggles. Keep on pushing your message and your meaning in your life and what you could do for those around you. And you know what? Not for nothing, man. People put a bad rap on passion. Be passionate about what you do, because guess what? The most passionate individuals are the ones that change the world. And guess what? You're not going to change your world if you don't do so. So take that, run with it.
And that's what
Boom.
we're going to aspire to do, baby. That's why we're here, and we're going to keep it rolling. Weekly episodes, baby.
Don't care
Tune
about
it in.
Sometimes you get 2 at a time.
When you're not strong, I'll be your friend.
How we doing,
No.
lean
On
on
me. You guys get the point. Thank you for
Let's hit 'em
listening.
with a-
We'll see you next week. You gonna say something? You want to say
I was
something?
gonna say, be a person that motivates people, man.
We can't give them 2 messages back to back. It's
Just-
gonna be
just-
too overwhelming.
Just be the guy in your group that motivates everyone, and if they can't handle it, they'll get. If they can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen. And
That's what
surround
Gordon
yourself
Ramsay says. That's what we say
surround
here on the How
yourself
We Doing
with
podcast.
people
Peace.
who motivate
Peace.
you. Boom.